You want to stay politically informed about the issues circulating that are supposedly newsworthy. I noticed that much of these radio hosts that give their commentary on various topics and subjects in the political arena, they definitely very contentious, and they generate a lot of strife and discontent and a lot of speculation, in my opinion. You know, they even admit that Rush Limbaugh. I used to listen to Rush Limbaugh, and he used to say, "Oh, something just came in off my desk. It was put on my desk." And then he reads the article online, and then he gives a comment on it. Well, geez, it doesn't even seem thoroughly researched. You know, where all the sides and all the facts are brought to the table first before discussion is made on the subject. But yeah, there was some very. I remember listening to Rush Limbaugh back in the '90s, and he was always cracking the whip on certain politicians that were in office during that time period. And man, it seemed like a lot of the stuff that he was belching out was just opinions that were not really sound or reasonable. But he was popular, and he had a big following, and you know, it wasn't really. Don't believe it was a fair-minded approach to giving out commentary. It was definitely very opinionated and narrow-mindedness. Even if they're good talkers and good orators, you have to look further than that. You know, they may be very skilled at delivering a message, but the message itself should be critiqued because so that without being persuaded just by fancy rhetoric, kind of like how the Grecians used to attract followers back in ancient times. If they could attract people because they were able to be great lecturers and give good speeches. They were good with words, but that's not. People shouldn't be honed in on people who can just be very entertaining with their intellectual and wordy prowess. Uh, they have to be critiqued on substance, on the information that they deliver, whether it's factual or if it is factual, is it the whole truth, nothing but the truth, or is it just a half truth, one-sided truth? There's usually two sides of a coin, and you have to put it on the scales. Everything you have to put on the scales to have it balanced out, because in order to do that, you have to research every possible aspect of the topic or the situation at hand, because there are other factors involved. I mean, people aren't there. A lot of it's hearsay, secondhand information. So, and then they take it and they run with it, and then they broadcast it, on social media or something, and it's not even. But it raises interest of people, and just to talk about it, and I suppose if they look at it just as people having their own opinions on the subject, that's probably okay. But some people get really hooked on it like it's absolute truth, like nothing else should be considered except from these radio gurus. Well, I feel like I have more of an open mind than that, and I try to hear both sides. I like to hear all the opinions on the subject, not just one. I have made that error before, where I've just gravitated towards one particular frame of reference, and then I had a more narrow outlook on things. But if you want to have a broader perspective, you have to listen to what the full gamut of what could be said about the issue, the subject.